Welcome back to the Astros channel. Today, we are turning our attention from the gleaming, power-hungry graphics cards to the very brain of your computer, the central processing unit. More specifically, we are diving deep into a processor that, for a significant period, redefined the mid-range performance segment. We are, of course, talking about the AMD Ryzen 5600X. Even in late 2025, as newer generations have emerged, the 5600X remains a fascinating case study in longevity, value, and raw gaming prowess. When the Ryzen 5600X was first launched, it was not just another processor. It was a statement. It was AMD declaring that their Zen 3 architecture was not only competitive but, in many regards, superior to Intel's offerings at the time, especially when it came to gaming. For a price point that was accessible to the vast majority of PC builders, it delivered 6 cores and 12 threads of pure processing power, clocking in with impressive boost frequencies and, crucially, a revolutionary approach to latency. It quickly became the go-to recommendation for anyone building a serious gaming PC without needing to venture into the extreme high-end. In this comprehensive review, we will explore why the 5600X commanded such respect and, more importantly, whether it still holds its own in the fiercely competitive landscape of today's processors. We will delve into the intricacies of the Zen 3 architecture, explaining how its unified cache design contributed to those impressive gaming frame rates. We will put this chip through an exhaustive battery of benchmarks, covering everything from the latest AAA titles that push both central and graphics processing units to their limits, to demanding productivity applications like video editing and three-dimensional rendering. We will meticulously analyze its power consumption, thermal performance, and, of course, its value proposition against a backdrop of newer AMD Zen 4 and Intel Core Ultra processors. Is it still a viable option for someone looking to build a budget-conscious gaming rig, or for those contemplating an upgrade from an older generation? Or has time finally caught up with this once undisputed champion? We will compare its raw performance against its spiritual successors, as well as its historical rivals, to provide you with the clearest possible picture. This is not just a nostalgic look back at a great processor. This is a critical evaluation of its current relevance. To truly appreciate the performance of the Ryzen 5600X, we must first understand the foundational technology it is built upon, the Zen 3 architecture. This was not merely an incremental update from Zen 2. It was a fundamental redesign that brought about significant performance gains, particularly in areas critical for gaming. The most notable advancement in Zen 3 was the introduction of a unified 8-core complex, or CCD. In previous Zen 2 architectures, the core complexes, or CCXs, were split into 4-core clusters, each with its own dedicated L3 cache. This meant that if a core in one CCX needed to access data from a core in another CCX, it had to travel through the slower Infinity Fabric interconnect. This added latency, which could be particularly detrimental in gaming workloads where rapid data access is paramount. Zen 3 addressed this directly. By unifying the entire 8-core complex, all 8 cores now had direct access to a much larger, shared 32-megabyte L3 cache. This drastically reduced inter-core communication latency and, more importantly, allowed game data to reside in a single, accessible location for all cores. This single chiplet design for the 5600X meant that its 6 cores could leverage this massive, low-latency L3 cache more effectively, leading to a substantial boost in instructions per cycle, or IPC, performance. This IPC uplift was a game-changer, allowing Zen 3 processors to finally compete and often surpass Intel's single-core performance in many applications, especially gaming. Beyond gaming, the central processing unit's role in productivity tasks is equally vital. The Ryzen 5 5600X, with its 6 cores and 12 threads, was designed to be a versatile workhorse, capable of handling a wide array of applications. In multi-threaded applications like Blender for three-dimensional rendering, the 5600X performed admirably, while newer higher core count processors can complete this task significantly faster. The 5600X still provides a very capable platform for hobbyist three-dimensional artists. For video editing, specifically using Adobe Premiere Pro, the 5600X proves to be a strong performer for up to 1440p footage. The strong single-core performance of Zen 3 also benefits tasks like timeline scrubbing and previewing, which are often more reliant on individual core speed than raw core count. When it comes to photo editing and applications like Adobe Photoshop or Lightroom, the 5600X is exceptionally responsive. Tasks such as applying complex filters, batch processing images, or rendering panoramic stitches are handled with ease. In terms of general productivity, such as web browsing with dozens of tabs, open or handling large spreadsheets, the 5600X is still an absolute powerhouse. It rarely feels bogged down, demonstrating that for the vast majority of daily computing tasks, its 6 cores and 12 threads are more than sufficient. The efficiency of the architecture also means that these tasks are completed without excessive power draw. Speaking of efficiency, the 5600X has a thermal design power of just 65 watts. This is a remarkably low figure for the performance it delivers. In our testing, even under full load, the processor rarely exceeded 75 degrees Celsius using a mid-range air cooler. This low heat output means that it can be cooled effectively and quietly, even in smaller cases. The combination of strong performance across various workloads and exceptional power efficiency truly highlights the brilliance of the Zen 3 design. So, after a truly exhaustive deep dive, covering the architectural marvels of Zen 3 and its respectable capabilities in productivity tasks, what is Asterisk's final verdict? This processor is more than just a piece of hardware. It is a testament to thoughtful engineering. When it was launched, it reset expectations for what a mid-range central processing unit could achieve. Years later, its legacy is not just intact, it is still remarkably relevant. For gamers on a tighter budget, or those looking to upgrade an older platform without replacing their entire motherboard and memory, the 5600X remains a very compelling option. Ultimately, the Ryzen 5 5600X stands as a titan of its era. It proved that AMD could deliver not just competitive, but often superior gaming performance at an accessible price point. Its Zen 3 architecture remains a marvel of efficiency and low-latency design. Its continued relevance in late 2025 is a powerful statement about its enduring quality. Thank you for joining me on this comprehensive journey into the heart of the AMD Ryzen 5 5600X. We hope this deep dive has provided you with all the information you need. What are your thoughts on the Ryzen 5 5600X? Let us know in the comment section below. I am Asterisk, and it has been a privilege to be your guide. Until next time, keep your systems cool, your benchmarks high, and your gaming experiences phenomenal. Happy computing, everyone!